Hey guys, Banana Bus Daniel here, and today I'll be teaching you how to solve the Rubik's Cube, or the 3x3, made by Rubiks, using the beginner's method, or LBL, in other words, layers by layer. I recommend you to learn this method before you learn any other method. As a speed cuber, I learned this method by Dan Brown. He's very good at talking and giving a tutorial, so I learned from him, and I want to share you guys how I solve it, giving some tips from me that he didn't show. This is very good because it'll teach you everything you need to know about the cube before you can start learning advanced methods. Alright, some things before we start solving the Rubik's Cube to the technical parts. First of all, it has 6 sides. If you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Another thing, if you see, if I can take out the pieces, there's different types of pieces. So this piece is called an edge piece. They are located kind of like connected to this middle piece. This is called the middle piece. All these middles are called the middle piece, and then the ones connected to them directly are called edge pieces. Then you have the corners. The corners are the corners. Quite simple. You can see there's 4 corners and 4 edges on each side. This is quite how they look like. Different mechanisms on different cubes show different things, but on my cubes it shows that. Now, some things you need to know is that this middle piece is not movable. Whatever you do, whatever side you turn, the middle piece will never move. Let's say, for instance, this edge piece, you want to move it to here, you can. You see that? But if you want to move this to here, it's not really possible. With whatever move you do, it's not really possible. Now, if you haven't seen already, the Rubik's Cube has 6 colors. We have, on a standard Rubik's Cube, you'd have a white, orange, green, red, blue, and yellow. And not only are these colors placed in random places, they have a certain place at their place. So the white is always opposite to the yellow, the blue is always opposite to the green, and the orange is always opposite to the red. Now, if we have this logic already, that means that you can know that there's no edge piece, because edge pieces have 2 colors, that could have orange and red, because they're opposite from each other. The colors will never be touching. Same with the corner pieces. There's never a corner piece where it has white and yellow. Just never. Here there has white, orange, green, white, green, red, white, red, blue, white, blue, orange. There's never an occurrence where it has yellow, because they're opposite from each other. This is very important, because when you solve the Rubik's Cube, you're going to need to know where to put which color, and how you'll see it's impossible to put, let's say, the green opposite to the blue. So in this method, you're going to be needing to learn something called algorithms. Now, this sounds a little mathematical, but it's not that hard. Basically, it's a sequence of letters that they each mean something. So to tell you the basic letters and what they mean, it's called a notation. So usually when I have a notation, I just want to show you guys, not usually, always, you'll have this. If the camera right now is my face, you'll have this will be the up layer, because it's kind of like on top. That's kind of easy to remember. This will be the right layer. That's very, very simple. It's on your right hand side. It's gonna be the right layer. This will be the left. Kind of simple. It's on the left hand side. It's gonna be your left. This is gonna be the down, because it's down. And these two, usually you'll get it'll be tricky. Sorry. This is the front face, okay? This face, you can't really see it, but this is the face, okay? And last but not least, the back is the back. I can't really show it to you guys, but this is the back. Now, in our tutorial, I don't think I'll be using the back at all, so you won't be needing to know that for now. But once you get more advanced, you of course will be needing to use that for more advanced algorithms and longer algorithms. Also, let's say I told you right. How would you know if you want to turn it this way or want to turn it this way? So there's something for that. It's called an inverted or a prime, or it's defined as many different things, but I'll call it inverted because it's inverted of the normal. So basically, this is the right. Right? Is it right? Oh, sorry, the puns. Anyway, how would you know if you want to turn it this way or this way if it's not inverted? Well, you have to look at it from a right perspective. So right now we're looking at it from a right perspective, and it's kind of our front. But you can never make it our front. It's really the right, but we're going to have it as our front. Now, to see, it's not inverted. So you'd want to turn it clockwise. Clockwise is going this way. So I want to turn it like that. And then if I would have said right inverted, you would have turned it like that. Now, another example, this is our front face still. This is our up, right? If I say up inverted, if you look from it from an up direction, this will be counterclockwise, so up inverted. If I say up, you have to turn it clockwise. There you go. Pretty simple. I want you to make this series of moves, and you'll see what will happen. I want you to do right inverted, down inverted, right, down. If you did that right, you should have the top layer all solved except this piece, and that piece should be right here. If you got that, that means you did the notation right. We can keep on going, and if we do this 6 times, it'll solve itself. So right inverted, down inverted, right, down. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down. And second to last, right inverted, down inverted, right, down. And the last one to show you again, right inverted, counterclockwise, down inverted, counterclockwise, right clockwise, and down clockwise. So fairly simple. It'll take some time to learn. If you guys just want to just play around, maybe write a random algorithm, right inverted, up, back, left inverted, and then you can just test it out and see if you got it right and you understand. That will take some time to learn. Everything right now will take you about a day if you work hard to learn. So this is fairly simple. Okay, I'm just gonna do a practice. I'm just gonna show you what we're gonna do in a solve. Okay, so while I'm scrambling it, I want to say we're gonna be solving one side first, then we'll be solving a second layer, and then we'll be solving a last layer. So right now I'm looking. So what I'm gonna teach you is I'm gonna get all of one side onto it's gonna be kind of complicated. I'm gonna get all of the white side on the yellow side, so all those edges. Then I'm gonna put it in the right place by flipping it like this. You don't really have to follow along with this because this you'll learn in the tutorial when I actually explain. Then I want to put the corner pieces in the right place, so I'll find the right place. And you'll see I'm doing it fairly fast. That's because right now it doesn't really matter. Next, I'll do an algorithm, what I talked to you about last time, to get the second layer in. So you'll see I'm doing an algorithm now. Boom, put in. And I have to take one out. That's okay. Then you take another one, and I'll do an algorithm, and boom, just made that second layer. And the last one, algorithm, right? And you put it in. Next, you'll be solving the top. So you're gonna have to line up the edges, do an algorithm, another algorithm. Yeah, you're gonna need to learn, I think, around 5 algorithms, maybe plus minus, and then you're gonna have to solve the last part. You have to solve the Rubik's Cube. It'll take you about, my first solve without any algorithms written down was 5 minutes. So if you get below 5 minutes for your first solve, well, you're amazing. Alright guys, that will be the end for part 1. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And part 2 will be coming out right after this. I want to put all of them out on the same time, but I really don't want to have one long video because I also need to take breaks. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in part 2.